Welcome to this edition of Cautionary Tales from
I had to
do it. Bring it home with another episode of the Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair. I'm Jake Jelinski, and of course,
Sam Ricker.
Yeah, that annoying son of a bitch over there needs no introduction. So I guess I want to start it off with, because you told me about it, and I didn't want to pry too much because I wanted to get into it on the podcast. But you had an interesting day at work the other day. Interesting correspondence email. Would you care to let the listeners in on what that all entailed?
All right. So, as none of you know, I'm part of the...
as none of you know.
I'm part of the underground world, apparently, that lubes the country and gets it going. Yeah. And I'm talking about customer service. Basically, what I do at this point in my job is... I have a team that let's just put it this way. Long story short, we email correspondence to different customers of a corporation here in Minnesota. And so the basis of what my job is to find the best solution to somebody's problems or questions or whatever, and try to get the information back to them. Occasionally we have questions, such as billing or anything like that. And, when it comes down to billing, not everybody is so nice when it comes to correspondence, because they always feel that they don't owe something or, whatnot.
Yeah.
People don't like paying bills.
Absolutely.
So when you get talking about bills or corresponding about bills,
yes, they
tend not to be the nicest people in the world. And this one was actually kind of weird. It had no title to it at all. Like, there was nothing in the actual email. They just had a subject line that said, all in capitals, "Eat this!" exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. And then it had an attachment. So what I do is I bring up the customer's account, and I'm thinking, what is the attachment? Maybe there's something in here that's going to let me know that I don't even have to work it, get it over to some other department or anything like that. So what ends up actually happening is opening the account, find out that her account was charged off, meaning that it was sold to an outside creditor. Mm-hmm. And so basically they had asked if they could make another order on the account, and we basically told them, well, you can, but you have to pay for it. We're not going to give you credit again because you still have an open defaulted loan. But we can't talk to you about that. You have to go to this outside agency now. So I was expecting that the attachment was going to be something along the lines of, a bank statement something like that, being like, I told you I paid you.
Yeah.
And, we get those all the time. And so I open the attachment, and not kidding you, it is a giant vagina on my screen.
See, I love that. That takes gall to do that. That's brilliant. No face, though, of course.
Nothing. No, I'm not kidding you. It was just a vagina.
Do you think that it was pulled from the internet, or do you think it was like a self-portrait?
I think it was actually a cell phone picture.
It's not like she just...
Yep.
Ooh, that's funny.
I actually think it was a cell phone, and
she's like, I sent this to my boyfriend last night.
Well, but the only reason that I would say that is because, how you get those sent from my iPhone.
Oh, she had one.
Yeah, that did have that. That was the only thing that was in the message. I should probably started with that one, but I just look over those because that's not really anything anyway.
People always email via their phone.
So I get that all the time, either that or from the Android or whatnot. So I don't even look at those anymore, but yeah, it did say that. That was the only thing that was in the body of the email was sent by my iPhone.
Yeah.
So I literally think what she did was she just got pissed off at the email we sent back to her, took a picture of her crotch and went, "Eat this."
Yeah, I think she already had it on file, personally. I don't think she took one specially for you. I know this might hurt your ego, but I do not think that was directed specifically to you.
Oh, I know it wasn't.
That was probably a co-opted clit pic.
I know it wasn't specifically for me.
Was it trimmed? Or was it just a hairy, angry fucking bush?
It had
was it a good-looking one?
No.
Were you like, hey?
No, it wasn't. I can't unsee it. Let's just put it that way.
It's etched into the back of your eyelids. Every time you close your eyes, you just see angry beaver.
Yeah, but I get that kind of shit all the time. Well, not that specifically. That was the first time I ever even came across something like that. And the best part about it was I was looking at it going, these computers, these computers that we use at work.
Brilliant.
I don't know if somebody's viewing this.
Well, you know somebody's viewing at the NSA.
So what I'm saying is, I was just like, I don't want to have any trace of this on my computer without it being known. So I instantly just like, hey, Andrea, I got to talk to you for a second. And so she goes, okay, give me a call. And Andrea's my supervisor. And so I give her a call, and she goes, so what's up? And I was like, I really have no idea how to properly put this for work ethics, or I really don't even care what you're talking about on this one. I just want to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I got an email, and it is a vagina.
You didn't use a euphemism like vajayjay?
Nope.
Or
the best part about it was she goes, what? I was like, no, I'm serious. It's just a full shot of a vagina. And she goes, well, what does it say? And I was like, nothing, it's a picture, it can't talk.
If it could, what would it say?
But I don't know, but that was the best part.
It wouldn't have terrible breath.
As of right there, when I said that to her, I was like, it's a picture, it can't talk. She started laughing, and then she comes back with, all right, what do you really want? And I was like, no, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you on this one. I had got a picture of a vagina, and I don't want to get in trouble for having this on my computer, so what the hell do I do with it?
Yeah.
And she's seriously still thinking I'm joking. You're like, okay, whatever. You got me good. No, what do you need? I was like, okay, what? I gotta have help on this one. So I share my desktop with her so she can see what I'm doing.
Nice.
And I went, check out this attachment. Click. Bam!
China. You badged her.
Yeah. And she goes, what? And I told you I was not joking. This is an actual email. And so she actually said, well, just a second. I got to see what we got to do.
Got to run this at the flagpole.
Yeah. So,
how do we handle vagina?
She throws it up the ladder, and somebody came back to her saying, well, tell them to send it to legal.
Oh, great.
So I actually think that what they're going to end up doing is charging her with, what would that be? Oh, shit. Exposure, indecent exposure. Okay. And I was just like, that is fitting, though. Yeah. Who the hell does that? Takes a picture of their vag and sends it to a goddamn...
Yeah.
Because
more people...
I don't care if you're pissed off at the company. I have to see that. I did nothing to you, douchebag.
Was it a guy? I'm assuming because if it was a guy, he would have sent a picture of a cock.
Yeah, it was a chick's account.
That's great.
But it's just like, seriously, people don't think about that. Be as pissed off at the company as you want, but the company's not seeing it. I am.
Yeah, but you're the company.
Oh.
In their eyes.
No, I'm the company's face. Even though they don't see me.
Yeah.
And that's the other funny part. I wish everybody in the country would have to get at least 1 year of customer service. Then they would realize that your problems are fucking pathetic. Oh my god, you ordered blue shoes and you got green and it's gonna take a week to get the new shoes. What, do you fucking own one pair of shoes?
Well, yeah.
Well then, god damn it, you shouldn't be ordering them by mail anyway.
But I have big feet. I wear size 14 wide. I have to order them via the internet.
So go to a fucking novelty shop.
A novelty shop? Like go to the clown store?
That's what I'm saying,
motherfucker.
I'm saying you're funny, haha. I can't believe that people bitch and moan. Or this is the best one, is when somebody will actually take the time to write or email a company to say, the free gift you guys sent me is horrible.
Exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you think we were going to send you $1,000 free gift when you ordered something for $5, you dumbass?
People are...
Of course it's going to be a made in China piece of shit that comes it comes in a box of 1 million.
Yeah.
Are you an idiot? And then you have the fucking nerve to bitch about something free.
How are you animated about this? Just screaming into the mic.
Oh, it's just hilarious, though. I find it funny myself.
Well, of
this
course,
is my whole day.
But whenever somebody bitches about, obviously when you get something for free,
yeah,
you should just be appreciative that somebody went out of their way.
Thank you, but I don't like it.
Exactly. Even when it comes to like awkward Christmas presents,
yeah,
you still got to put on a face like, oh, yay, thanks. This is something that's going to go in the back of my closet.
Yeah,
but I appreciate it. Did it come with a gift receipt by the chance?
No, but it did come with a tag that says I'm going to donate to Goodwill and get a tax write-off.
I love that. I love gifts that are like that. Oh, we donated your gift to charity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks. Son of a bitch. Because you really can't, like, protest. Because, like, what are you fucking... You're an asshole. You're protesting because you didn't get something that's charity, but it's like, hey, I spent $50 on your gift, and it's a tangible item you get to play with.
Yeah.
Mine is a supposed warm, fuzzy feeling I get. So 70% of the money you gave goes to operation costs.
Yeah, the best part about that kind of shit is if that kind of stuff ever happens to me, I just look at it and go, all right, you get a $10 gift card for the rest of your life.
Exactly, to make up for that bullshit. I am unappreciative, goddammit. But that's why I hate Christmas in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Thanksgiving because it's exactly like Christmas without the greed.
Yeah.
But now it's, even the day is getting tainted with greed. Now the stores are open, doing their sales at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get done with dinner and go trample somebody to procure something, even though 2 hours earlier you gave thanks for all the stuff you've already had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but people
no
don't actually give thanks anymore. They just cook.
Yeah, it's just
and consume.
It shouldn't be Thanksgiving. It should be Glutton.
National Glutton Day.
Yeah, now I like that. National Glutton Day.
It actually has kind of a ring to it.
It does.
NGD.
NGD.
Fits nicely on a calendar.
Oh, it does. And I already see the merchandising already.
Happy NGD Day.
Oh, yeah. The logos.
Oh, you couldn't do that, though. You couldn't say NGD Day.
Why?
Because it's National Glutton Day.
People still would.
Well, yeah.
When people say, what's your VIN number?
Like 2009.
Yeah. Exactly.
I hated when people said shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean 09, douche?
2009.
Yeah, we pretty much got, you were talking about 1909.
Yeah. 09.
Fucking assholes.
You know what? I was talking to my cell phone in 09. 2009.
Yep, my cellular telephone.
Yeah, not 1909. You know what I think it's time for?
Huh.
Hypothetical question.
Oh, I like these.
All right. We got a good one, I think. Well, we got a bunch. We'll see. All right. I'm going to go with this one. I kind of find it interesting. Okay. Let us assume there are 2 boxes on a table.
2 of them.
Yep. In one box, there is a relatively normal turtle. Not like that one that was just birthed or hatched. Okay. What was the San Antonio Zoo, I think? 2-headed turtle. Sorry, caught it in passing on Huffington Post. I'll go on. In the other.
Throwing a shout out there.
Yep, sorry. I kind of distracted from it. But one box here. Turtle.
Normal turtle.
Normal turtle. Live, dead, don't know. Who knows?
It's normal.
When you open the box, who knows? But then in the other box, Adolf Hitler's skull. And the conundrum is, you have to select one of these items for your home. If you select the turtle, you can't give it away, and you have to keep it alive for 2 years. If either of these parameters you are not met, you'll be fined $999 by the state. Pretty random number. Why don't they just go for $1,000? But
is that the question?
No.
Well, that's easy because it sounds cheaper.
That's how you get them, dumbass. Never been in marketing? All right. And then, okay, it goes on. If you select Hitler's skull, you are required to display it in a semi-prominent location in your living room for the same amount of time. So basically 2 years. You have to keep a turtle, keep it alive, and for 2 years, or you have Hitler's skull, and you have to keep it predominantly displayed in your living room for 2 years, although you'll be paid a stipend of $120 per month for doing so. So you'll get $120 for displaying Hitler's skull in your...
But you wouldn't get money for a turtle?
No. You only get to keep alive a turtle, and then you get fined if you don't keep it alive for 2 years.
That's weird.
Very
What if the turtle dies of natural causes?
You're still $999.
Fuck! Okay, so are you asking me which box I'm choosing?
Yep, exactly. You have to choose one of the boxes. Basically, would you display the skull or the turtle?
I'd fucking display the skull.
Because you'd make money off of it.
Well, not only that, but I'd be like, Hitler's skull, you want to spit on it?
Touche.
And then I'd make $5 a spit, too.
$5 a spit.
10 if you lug.
If you got a snot.
If you really want to, $100 and I'll let you shit on it.
Oh. Who's cleaning it up, though?
I'll fucking get a maid.
For $100? Yeah, like, I'll pay you $5 to poop to clean this up.
Listen to here.
Alright, that one wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't. Because I'd let somebody shit in Hitler's skull. Goddamn right.
Alright. So, next one. You meet your soulmate. However, there is a catch. Every 3 years, someone will break both of your soulmate's collarbones with a crescent wrench. You're like, I'm taking it.
Done. That literally means that I'm going to have a couple of weeks to myself every year.
Every 3.
Oh, every 3 years?
Every 3 years, yes.
Can we move that up a little?
Okay, and there's only one way you can stop this from happening. You must swallow a pill that'll make every song you hear for the rest of your life sound like it's being performed by the band Alice in Chains.
I don't mind the band, but...
So, basically when you hear, like, Clearance, or what is it? It's Creedence Clearwater Revival, it basically sounds, like Alice in Chains and everything like that. Basically, if you sing to yourself in the shower, it'll sound like Alice in Chains.
Oh, that'd be fucking sweet.
Basically, everything you could possibly think of, like, commercial jingle, Alice in Chains style. So it'd be like, bam, that
was a horrible rendition.
Sorry. So, basically, would you take the pill if the only way to stop your wife from getting her collar broke every 3 years by a crescent wrench was to take a pill and put every song you heard sounded like Alice in Chains?
I couldn't do that.
No?
No. She could take one for the team.
You're so giving. That is hilarious.
I like music.
That is true. That would kind of ruin everything.
Yeah. I like Alice in Chains, but it's just not everything. Come on.
Exactly. I don't listen to Alice in Chains every day.
No. It would make a lot of different shit sound better, though.
Yeah. That is true. Like Celine Dion would be pretty sweet. In my heart will go on and on.
Yeah, I could see that kind of stuff. It would make some of it better, but God, it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like eating the same lunch for the rest of your life.
So you're just like, all right, Leah, you're getting your shit broke.
Well, brace it, baby. You want something to bite on?
Might be a very selfish answer right there.
I don't fucking care. You asked me what I'd do and I answered it.
I know, because I'd say the same thing. I can't help it. I would. Oh, I would. All right. How about this? At last, someone invents the Dream DVR.
Ooh.
This machine allows you to tape entire evenings worth of your own dreams, which then you can watch at your leisure. However, the inventor of the Dream DVR will only allow you to use this device if you agree to a strange caveat. When you watch your dreams, you must do so with your family and or closest friends in the same room. They get to watch your dreams along with you. And if you don't agree with this, you can't use the Dream DVR. Would you still do this?
Shit, if my friends and family want me to see me fucking, I will let them do so.
So you think that's what kind of makes this whole scenario kind of weird, because what is the worst thing that happens? It's your dreams. You can't control that.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I'd actually be sitting there going, look at how good I look in my dreams.
Yeah, but your wife would probably get a little insecure if, like, every night you had fun.
Women always get insecure about everything. I don't give a fuck. You should know that. She got pissed off at me the one time for talking to her in my sleep, remember?
Oh,
I don't even remember what the hell she was trying to make me do, but she's, like, poked me or something like that and went, fine, move over. And I was still asleep, and I don't even remember it, but she was pissed off at me the next day because apparently I rolled over and said, fine, next time I'll let him take you. And she got so mad, she went into the guest bedroom that night, and then the next day she's like, do you remember what you said to me? Are you fucking kidding me? I can remember what I said to you when I was sleeping?
Yeah.
I was trying to make you move over, and... Okay, so I was passed out enough for you poking and prodding me wasn't waking me up, but you think I was in full consciousness when I said that to you?
Exactly.
Jesus.
Next time what next time? Was there a previous time where somebody tried to take her that she got all self-defensive?
I have no idea. That's what I was thinking.
Really cruel.
I just I don't know. Maybe in my dream I just fend off all the guys that were trying to take her, and then she got pissed off at me. So I was like, fine, next time I'll just let him take you then.
That would be hilarious.
That's why I was backing up on her. I was boxing him out.
Yeah, you had a whole dream. You guys were at the sock hop, walking home.
The sock hop.
Yep. She's in her poodle skirt.
Yep, exactly.
The jets come rolling through.
Oh, some wise guys here.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to rape this girl.
I was combing my hair, minding my business.
My business.
Slicking it back.
Drinking my Coca-Cola out of the glass bottle.
Making sure my shirt was finally tucked into my jeans.
Had my arm around my best gal.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden these hoodlums come about. And they start talking about raping.
See here, fellas.
Listen here. Don't make me pop you in the nose, sir. But those ruffians.
Excuse me, there's a lady present.
Exactly, those ruffians had nothing to do. They didn't care. They smelled blood. They were like shocks.
Yeah. Yeah, but back to the original, the women don't. They just always fucking go off the handle about everything. It's funny. Because I remember the day when Leah actually thought with, I guess, logic. And then you get married to him. Well, before we get married. Then you get married to him, and they're like, no, you get the logic thing taken care of. I'm going to have the emotional just weirdness.
I'm gonna go overboard emotionally all the time.
It's like as soon as you get married to them, they all get pregnant in a sense, where it's just like fucking hormonal changes like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they really don't have no pretenses anymore because they got you.
I know. So they have nothing else to bitch at, so they got to find stupid little things.
I don't know what the deal is. Who knows? Maybe it's just always being around our annoying asses. Maybe we're the culprits.
Yeah. A lot of people think it would be fun just because we always laugh, but we actually laugh to try to stay away from crying.
Trying to hide the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to hide the pain.
Oh, so much of it too.
It is sad.
And that's another... No.
Yeah, exactly. Come the revolution. But did you hear about that state senator in Texas that went on the 10-hour actual filibuster? Unlike the bullshit they do up in Washington where they say they're going to filibuster and then they're like, oh, okay, I give up.
Mm-hmm.
This lady actually stood there for 10 hours and spoke to filibuster. It was an abortion bill, I guess. So it was going to be like a broad sweeping thing that was basically going to make abortion illegal in Texas.
You know, I might just let that one go through because then that would go to the Supreme Court and they would never be able to try it in Texas again because the Supreme Court would come back saying, no, this is the law of the land.
Yeah, exactly. But that brings up a whole like states' rights issue and shit.
No, it doesn't.
Well, kind of does because they should have
Roe vs. Wade, man. When that came down, that was a fucking national law. That's a federal law. Federal laws precede state law.
Yes.
That's why they can still raid the fucking weed shops in Colorado and California and all that shit.
But I mean, and of course, Texas has long, been kind of the seceding type. So of course they're going to exercise their state right and try to do that and stuff. Whatever. I don't want to get into the part, that kind of BS. But the whole point I think is amazing is this that they actually, had her stand there. She was going to do it for 13 hours. It was like midnight deadline. They stopped her after 10 because they're like, oh, you're not making sense. You're going off topic now. So they cut her off. And then so all her cohorts in the Democratic Party started bringing up all these like parliamentary bullshits and, just trying to stall. And then the last 15 minutes, they had nothing left. So they just started resorting to cheering and yelling and clapping to delay the roll call. And so they went past. I mean, it's just ridiculous what these people had to do. And so it goes past midnight, so they can't vote on it. But not to be fucking outdone, you know what they do? They doctor the documents to say it passed before midnight to make it law. But luckily, a lot of people, on Twitter and got, alternative news created with it where it actually came out and showed that they doctored it and it was bullshit. So basically, she did succeed, but how ridiculous is that?
But see, here's what
they actually doctor the fucking document to say, oh, we passed that law. Come on, really?
That is ridiculous, but here's what I keep thinking, though, is if you have a, piece of paper that you are now actually making into a law that you forged.
Yeah.
Who's going to jail for this? And why is there nobody going to jail for this? If you or I sign anything that we give to the state or to federal, and we willingly sign it knowing that something is wrong about it, we can be held on that. And we can go to prison for that. So if they're doctoring a law, whose signature is on that, and why are they not going to prison?
I agree 100%.
That's against the law.
Exactly.
Making the law is being against the law at that point. That's what I'm saying is, who the fuck did that? And why isn't there an outrage even on the Republican side? This is what I don't understand about partisanship. I will never say that I'm a Democrat, never say that I'm a Republican, just because all of them are fucking retarded. Why does it matter if you're a Republican and I'm a Democrat or vice versa or whatever? Exactly. Who the fuck cares?
I know.
And all these dumb shit Republicans and Democrats.
They're two sides of the same coin, so it doesn't matter.
Well, the best part about it is if you talk to a Republican, there's either Republicans or liberals. There's nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, because you don't know that there's a two-party system and the liberals are actually the third party if they even get in?
Yeah.
So, first of all, you're fucking stupid. And then the second one is, the Democrats even say it too. It's either you're a Democrat or you're a conservative.
Yeah.
Are you fucking stupid? Because there are the liberals. Why are you going? Oh. And it just pisses me off when people actually...
conservative.
Yeah. And it just pisses me off when people actually use the term, you liberals.
Yeah.
No. Don't just say that. You're a fucking moron. You're stupid as showing. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Because... you fucking liberals. Are you kidding? So if somebody isn't as stupid as you and thinks that you need tax less and spend less and have less, and why is that bridge collapsing?
Yeah.
All that. No, we got to spend more on the military.
Yes, exactly.
It's just amazing to me that people actually go partisan anymore. Really is. Yeah. I have no idea why anybody would want to be a Republican or want to be a Democrat or, want to be associated with any of these fucking clowns.
That is true. I mean, of course, it just seems like every year they always say, oh, Congress, all-time low. It's like, pretty soon, we're going to be down to like 0% approval rating.
Yeah.
But yet they're still going to be there. What's wrong with this picture? This country needs to do something, and something drastic and quick.
They do. They continue to bitch about the same shit over and over again, and it just plays on its own again.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
nothing ever gets done. Nobody has any backbone anymore, except for yelling at the guy next door.
And the sad thing is even if they do even try to have a little backbone, they get thrown under the bus. Like I was reading a story today where this guy in San Diego actually got convicted by a court in San Diego for graffiti because he wrote anti-U.S. bank messages on a public sidewalk in washable chalk. They charged him with, what is it, vandalism. I mean, right there, they take away your First Amendment right. So how do you expect people to even muster any kind? This is the most passive-aggressive...
Your First Amendment right, though, I'm going to say this, though. Your First Amendment right isn't quite being taken there.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I understand the whole thing that it's not going to do any kind of damage to the sidewalk because it washes off the next rain. But what I will say is, anytime something happens in a public place, you're supposed to have a permit that's actually given to you.
And
in the point
does not sound like America
but
either,
it's
sir.
the point of doing it that's everybody's public.
No, my First Amendment, that was his protest on public property. His First Amendment gave him the permit. You have the right to peacefully assemble and protest your grievances.
Yes.
And he did that. He peacefully, passive-aggressively might
If he would have had a sign, it would have been a different story.
Well, that's BS. I mean, that's pure bullshit to me. Because he wrote something on a sidewalk, public place, it didn't cause any damage.
What did he write, though?
Basically, let me see exactly what his slogans were again. He wrote, "No thanks, big banks." He wrote, "Shame on Bank of America." And he basically said, "I always wrote on sidewalks, washable chalk, never crude messages, never vulgar, clearly topical."
Okay, then I got nothing.
Pretty
Because that was basically what I was thinking, is if I was going to write something on a sidewalk in front of a bank, it's... You almost spit on your fucking computer.
I know, I do the spit take that, because I just thought of what the hell.
Now you see why I was like, I'm going to say, this might have been a good case.
Yeah, if you put yourself in the fucking position. Because then I thought about that too, like, yeah, what if Sam was writing that message? And I was like,
If I had a whole sidewalk to write on in front of Bank of America, it would be a little bit different than no thanks, big banks.
Tell me, what would you write?
Oh, I might actually try to draw at that point.
Big old cock and balls.
Yep, exactly. Cock on one side and ass on the other side. Guess what's coming next?
It obviously is going to be an ass fucking bank to you.
Just put Bank of America next to the cock and American Public next to the ass.
I mean, of course, it's just another actual, example of crony capitalism. The way this country works is because the only reason this guy even got brought up was because one of the bank security managers, called one of his buddies in law enforcement, and in the judicial system. So that's why he got the old shaftaroo by U.S. Bank for just expressing his First Amendment. I think that's pure bullshit.
I bet you the Koch brothers, they cheers that one.
Oh, exactly. I mean, because that even brings it, it's kind of almost a microcosm of the Snowden fucking shit going on with, how is he a criminal? All he did was tell everybody what the smart people already knew.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't release any documents. And my favorite part is Dick Cheney, where he's like, he jeopardized American security, informing the terrorists. And I just was sitting there listening to it going, so let me get this right, Dick Cheney. You're under the assumption that terrorists operate thinking, oh, nobody's listening to me. Nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
Hell, they spy on their own citizens. Of course they're going to be listening to me. It's just kind of like, where's the crime? Where is the crime? You're the criminal. Why are you trying to make this guy the criminal?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I can't understand. But then again, you're talking about a guy that shot a dude in the face and he got apologized to. I'm sorry you shot me in the face and everything that your family has had to go through.
Exactly. It's frustrating. And it's so scary because it's happening where they're just demonizing the press, where they, it came out a few weeks ago with the AP,
mm-hmm.
They're getting listened to by the government. And then even when David Gregory on Meet the Press goes out and tells the reporter that was helping this Snowden kind of, I'm not sure what his real involvement was, but he's like, shouldn't you be brought up on charges since you were aiding and abetting him?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude's just like, you're a journalist, dude. What the hell? Why are you trying to have us convicted of felonies
mm-hmm.
on baseless charges? We're one of the same. You're a journalist. How does this is like Nazi Germany, the Soviet Russia.
Well, it's almost becoming the same thing as what Egypt's doing. Or, I'm sorry, not Egypt, Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, was I right on? No, it was Israel.
What, Israel?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're getting at.
I think so. Yes, I was thinking Israel, but I said Egypt. But anyway, that dude from their what the show that they modeled after the Daily Show. Mm-hmm. And they have it on over there, and one of the guys, or the guy that does the Daily Show over there, whatever the fuck it's actually called, made fun of their president. He was arrested.
Oh, nice.
Jon Stewart actually made because what was it? He got arrested that night. He posted bail, and a week from then he was supposed to, or a week from, I think it was on last Thursday, so I think tomorrow, actually, he'll be going to trial. But Jon Stewart actually made a guest appearance on there and called it a regime, saying that you're not a democracy if you can't even take a joke.
Yeah.
And actually just started blasting.
Nice. He's lucky he didn't get shot in the face.
Oh, really?
A little arsenic.
I would honestly say that if somebody does something like that to a guy like Jon Stewart, that's pretty much like a wake-up call for their country, going, shit, now we're going to war. America has killed for less.
This guy pulls in 3 million viewers on cable.
Yeah, every day.
He is going to be a martyr for this country.
Yep.
But I mean,
you'd have a whole fucking wave of recruits that come in. Yeah, I want to go kill that dude.
Because that's kind of the way it's going. Because even with that Michael Hastings, did you see all this coming out? Mm-hmm. This ain't looking like a regular traffic accident anymore. His engine was shot 60 feet out of the car and exploded. The people said it just exploded, the witnesses, when he was driving. It didn't explode when he hit the car. People saying it sounded like a bomb went off. And how does an engine get shot 60 feet in the air with a crash? I'm sorry, but that just sounds like mafia hit style. A little car bomb.
It sounds like somebody was just like, I used too much.
That's ridiculous. That reeks of... Because, I mean... Regardless, let's say the crash was real, but you're also trying to tell, the mainstream wants me to believe that this guy sent an email out to all of his friends and colleagues 15 hours before he dies saying, I'm scared. If the FBI is looking at me, I need to go off the radar because I'm going with something, going to, burst something huge, a huge story. Basically, they're surveilling me. If they come talk to you, you need to seek, counsel. All of his friends and colleagues he emails this to, and then he ends up dead that day. Little coincidental. I mean, come on.
No, I wouldn't be the FBI, though.
No, it's
the CIA.
100%. But, they work in tandem. What do you think
taught the fucking mafia?
Well, it's everything. NSA, CIA, all of it. Because, he brought down McChrystal, of course. And he was going to come out. I think most people are speculating he's going to come out with something on the drones, basically spying on us as well. That there's unmanned drones, all that, which is pretty much well known.
Yeah.
But so he gets killed like that, and that's the best part is nobody wants to. They're always like, "This is an accident." I'm like, what we need to do, I think, is go to Mercedes and actually present them with it and be like, "What kind of car did you design that explodes when you hit a tree?" You need to reevaluate your whole design on where your fuel tank is, because this is not safe.
Hey, you shouldn't put it right under the engine, because it seems to act like a rocket.
It just shoots it out. I mean, but, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I love this stuff.
Yeah, you do.
What do you buy into it? You're more of a skeptic than I do. Are you under the assumption that he got, or it was just an accident, coincidental?
The whole aspect of the engine leaving the vehicle the way that it did, I mean, you could honestly argue that being the 1 in a million crash that it happened, that's why you never hear about it happening. It happened this time.
Yeah.
And it could just be a coincidence that it had happened this time to a guy like that, and maybe he was weirded out by FBI and thinking that he was going to get arrested or something like that, and was going way too fast, hit the fucking tree, and, just like anything else, if you're going way too fast, an airbag's not even going to save you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe he was. Maybe he was going way too fast. Maybe it was the 1 in a million fucking crash that ends up happening and blowing up the car like that. But I'm just saying.
That's what I love about everything that seems to happen. 1 in a million. All physics ceased to exist on 9/11. Buildings collapse for fire, kerosene fire. 3 buildings, one of which never got hit by anything, collapses. That's 1 in a million. This guy's engine pop up. Oh, it's got to be 1 in a million. It's just all these anomalies that happen with these very specific monumental targets. That's what I can't buy. At all. At all. You know what I mean? It's like, you're telling me it's a 1 in a million that it happened to this dude who is going to break a huge story.
Well, look at all the people that do break huge stories.
And most of them get fucking got. If you look at everybody that's gotten killed, you're from Bill Cooper, there's tons of people, researchers, journalists that have gotten smoked.
What about the Silver Fox?
He's fucking CIA, dude. That's not even a question. It's ridiculous. I mean, pretty much, if you're out there, you are most likely.
They let gay people in the CIA?
Because they're turning our kids gay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. I didn't think they'd allow that.
No.
Kind of like a Cub Scout leader.
Brings a whole new definition of weeblos.
I'm just saying. I thought that was kind of one of those things. They were like, all right, you're not going to sell any secrets to any of the other countries, are you?
Yeah.
No. Are you gay? No. Are you sure?
Hey, don't ask, don't tell.
No, that's the military.
Oh.
I don't think the CIA has the same code.
Why not?
Because they're spooks, man.
That is true. And what code does the CIA have? Except for, shh, don't embarrass the company.
Yep. That's the only code that they have is quiet the fuck down, because if you get caught, we'll kill you.
Yeah. I mean, it outrages me that the whole NSA thing, and nobody really even seems to know and or care.
Yeah.
You see, you are the epitome of
I knew long ago, though, that they were fucking... I mean, seriously, I've had a cell phone for a long time.
And that's the thing, and what's kind of between you and me, the way...
They know how much porn I look at. It's no fucking... Everybody knows how much porn I look at.
And everybody...
They just have to look at my right forearm versus my left forearm, and they know exactly how much porn I'm looking at.
Exactly. But it's, people like you and me kind of are educated enough to know this is existing just because of the little telltale signs. That they came out and said, these little things. Now they're basically not even hiding it. And all these provisions that they say didn't exist are now they're saying, well, yeah, they exist, but now can we use them against you? Like the NSA they've been doing this for how long, but what they were testifying in front of Congress was they wanted to basically co-opt how the FBI uses it and say, oh, but now we have been using it, but now we want to be able to hold it against you. And that's a huge monumental, kind of a hubris kind of move where it's just like, fuck you. Mm-hmm. We have been doing it. We're going to admit it. And now we're going to say, make it fucking legal, asshole. And enjoy and reap the benefits of our tyranny.
Well, you can honestly say you knew for a fact my telephone was tapped for a while there because of certain family friends.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And you could fucking tell when they were listening to you. I mean, seriously, it was some of the worst productions I've ever heard. Well, again, that was back before a laptop could fucking rule the world. But... yeah, I mean, it was just hilarious because you could literally hear them turning the tape on and off. Yeah. So it was just, I mean, it's no big deal to me. I know they're fucking listening to me. I don't really give a shit.
Exactly.
They haven't stopped me yet. They're not going to stop me in the future. I mean, I'm going to say what I'm going to fucking say, and if they want to arrest me, come get me.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? Well, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to sit there and... hide and be all timid and bashful because I'm like, oh my god, they're listening or they have all this power. Even though the IRS can fucking destroy you instantly, but
any of them can. If the NSA deems you national security, everything cut down. You can't get your bank accounts, you can't get your credit cards, you can't apply for anything. I mean, seriously, if the NSA wants to fuck you, they can take everything away from you. So
stick your ass in Gitmo. At least you have a nice Cuban vacation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're almost like the DNR, but worse. Because the DNR is some motherfuckers, man. They can take away your boat. They can take away everything. Fucking car that brought the boat to the fucking lake.
Take away your wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm going to have her for a couple of nights, just until your court date.
Exactly.
And then I'll be like, hey, can I come back out here fishing after my court date? You're going to be on this lake again, right?
Yeah, exactly. Did you leave an inch of skin on that walleye, sir? No, I didn't.
I don't really care about it, because fuck it. I do honestly think they're going to do it regardless.
And that is why there are no protests in the street.
They're going to do it regardless.
Because we all have that same opinion. Fuck, we knew it. Who gives a fuck?
You're just fooling yourself if you didn't think they were doing it.
Yeah.
Why do you think every goddamn website you go to, you have to give your full name, your address, your pant size, what your first girlfriend's name was? Like, every goddamn website you go to, they're collecting more and more information. Why do you think they're asking these questions?
Oh, 100%.
Because it all goes to a massive database, and they know seriously, somewhere in the United States, there is one giant computer that I'm pretty sure knows you better than you.
Oh, 100%. And they're actually just completing a one in Utah that should be done by the end of the month. An NSA hub. It's basically we're going to store all their bullshit. But what people don't realize is they already have all that inside Amazon, inside Google.
Oh, yeah.
They're all just...
Mm-hmm.
And now it even came out today that they're like promoting these computer chip pills that'll tell your doctor if you've taken your pills or not. That's fucked up to me, dude. That's a little too Brave New World, 1984 Orwellian type shit.
See, I don't really care about that either because I don't take pills, so.
But isn't that fucked up?
If you're stupid enough to swallow a little fucking
microchip or whatever
and think that that's safe for you, take your pill.
Take your pill. You're like me, sir. You will not be tagged, or will you?
Fuck that.
But what if that actually comes to fruition, where you, for everything, you either have to go off the grid and fucking get out of society, or you have to get like a chip or some sort of device like that? What would you do? I mean, would you go along with it?
I know how to hunt with a bow and make arrows, so I think I would actually be just fine. I know how to fish, I know how to camp and all that kind of shit. I would make it. I would go off the grid. There'd be no fucking way that they'd be able to tag me and, put me in like a fucking cattle. That's not, no. I would not allow that to happen. That's just fucking wrong.
You're not going to get rounded up and sent to a FEMA camp?
Nope.
That ain't you?
Not at all. They would literally have to kill me first. That's why I don't ever want to live in a big city. I mean...
Oh, because that's exactly what big cities are. They, to me, I think they're prison camps.
No.
The way the whole thing is set up to just basically, here, you can live in this little prison. Here's your cell. I mean, even apartments are like that.
Yeah.
In a way.
I don't know. I just couldn't handle it. I've been to big cities before. I've been to New York. And to me, when I looked up and down the streets... and everything is just a road with buildings as far as the eye can see in all directions, no matter where you go.
It's like a maze.
I look at it and I just go, people should not live like this, but apparently a lot of people like to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially like those people in New York where some of them have like literally a 20-block life.
Yeah.
They don't do anything outside. They're like, oh, go past 55th, fuck that, that's Harlem, motherfucker. What you thinking?
But you do have to put it this way, they are kind of a self-sustaining life like that because of the fact that you have everything that you could want or need.
And see, that'd be very convenient, where you could walk out of your apartment right onto the street and be like, everything I need is within a fucking block.
Yeah, it's convenient, but I don't know. I don't think I could
all over each other like that.
Yeah, I don't think I can give the convenience for that though. I like having a tree more than 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
I like actually, going outside and seeing grass and not a sidewalk and fucking pavement.
That little patch in the center?
Those are weeds.
Central Park?
Oh, yeah.
You don't like that? I mean, they got some pretty sweet geological formations they kept.
Yes, but you also have to say that...
Minnesota.
How long, or how many times, I should say, do you think the average New Yorker has at getting to Central Park? As I understand it, the shit that's around Central Park is not the low-income housing. So the chances of somebody actually living around Central Park,
Yeah.
It's not that great. And the chances of you going to Central Park, unless you actually make a point of doing it, I mean, it's not the closest thing for a lot of people in New York.
Yeah. But you got to do it. If you want to see any kind of greenage.
Oh, yeah. I'm not denying that at all.
That's probably why they all cruise up to Maine and watch the leaves change. All the yuppies flock out of Brooklyn.
I don't know. You'd have to do something because that just does not seem like that's how people should be living. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people like to do it apparently. So who am I to judge?
Yeah, but I'm
Sam motherfucking Regner.
Yeah, exactly. I've got my powdered wig right here.
Where's my box?
But I've always wanted to be a hermit. In all honesty, that is since when I was 17. I was probably like, that would be super legit. But I couldn't. I'd have to do it where I slowly work my way into it because I couldn't just go out there and do it. I know that for a fact. I probably could if I had to survive.
You're going to be one of those into the wild guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that hasty. I'd find a spot and then start making it habitable where get the steady garden growing of what I need, get all the supplements, all my MREs and survivalist food and gear for my bug out plan.
So by the time that you actually have a sustaining life, you're too old to actually use it.
No, that'll be my retirement.
Once again, you really think people our age are going to actually have a retirement?
Well, that's what I'm going off the grid for, because I'm not going to get chipped, and I'm not going to be dependent on the state, because they're basically going to take away all livelihood and income and make you dependent on the government. And I think that is the ultimate. Agenda 21, Sam. The UN Agenda 21.
Agenda 21, you say?
Yeah, one of my coworkers gave me that book to read when I went up to the lake by Glenn Beck. He wrote a novel called Agenda 21 with this other girl. It was like,
wow.
It was the most simplistic, just elementary drivel.
Fire bad.
It was, I mean, the
not that.
No, not bad. But, because my favorite genre is dystopian sci-fi. Love it. That falls under the genre. That's why I was like, I'll read it. Hell yeah, it's Glenn Beck, but fuck it. It's what I am into. But holy cow, is he like a monosyllabic Philip K. Dick? Just every line you knew what was going to happen. Like listening to a country song. Yeah, exactly. Like listening to a country song. Where you're just like, this is going to be it. But it was just I kind of liked the picture they painted in the book, where I thought it was kind of funny because under the Agenda 21 you get your little food cube, and what everybody does is there's really no work. What you do is you get up and the ladies walk on a treadmill to create energy, and then the men ride a bike that's basically like a rickshaw, and the bike stores energy, and then you upload that energy into the system. And you each get like certain amounts of power and all this stuff.
Well, what if you just want to ride the bike a little bit more and make your own power?
No, you can't, because it's a highly controlled society.
So what, Lance Armstrong's the fucking ruler? Or?
No. But it's weird. It's just like they had like, I don't know, wasn't a huge fan of it, but it gave me that flight of fancy, because then I was reading it, and then I was listening to NPR when I was fishing the next day. And they were talking about, they're going to put more of those bikes in downtown Minneapolis. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to put energy collectors on them. We are going to be enslaved.
That's crazy.
I know.
God damn Glenn Beck.
It was so funny because my coworker gives me the book and I'm just like, yeah, I love the genre, but Glenn Beck's an idiot.
Well, is it really that unbelievable that Glenn Beck is doing a sci-fi? I mean, most of what he talks about is pretty much sci-fi to begin with.
That is true.
So, I mean, I've never heard one of his rants and not went, where the fuck are you? Because I'm looking around and not seeing any of that. But apparently your world has shifted. I mean, just most of the stuff that Glenn Beck rants at, especially when he goes into his political fucking rants.
Oh, he went conspiracy style these days.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is when he does that kind of stuff, you're looking at it going, you're picking even bad conspiracies to do.
Well, I think he's a disinfo agent, to be honest.
Like, the government is putting mind-controlling substance in your water. Really? Because if they had that, they wouldn't just be using it in every other country?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you fucking stupid, man? And if there was somebody that was putting that kind of mind-controlling substance in the water, why would you be able to talk about it? You don't have anything to do with liquid? Like, are you one of the only people on the face of the only person on the face of the planet that's like,
I don't need
water. That is not my weakness.
Maybe he's a cyborg.
That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe he was sent back from the future to protect John Connor.
No, big pieces of shit don't need to drink anything.
That is true. He's at least 80 Keurigs. I don't know. That's just kind of one of those guys that... there's a lot of them, though, that are out there for the right and the left. It's just hilarious to listen to them. Like, oh, shit. I just lost his name. Newt Gingrich.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, no, I won't even acknowledge him to speak about him. Because if I thought that anything that he actually said he believed, I'd feel sorry for the guy. I just hate him because I know for a fact that he's spewing shit.
Yeah.
And he knows he's spewing shit. That's what I can't believe about the guy, is that anybody believes him because he doesn't even believe himself. He knows that he's fucking lying through his teeth. He's just doing it. He's like Tom Green.
Oh, good comparison.
Literally is. I will do anything for somebody to listen to me. Want me to suck that cow's udder? Num, 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 num. Are you watching me yet? Like, they're both the same fucking guy. It's just that one of them does outrageous shit, and the other guy says outrageous shit.
And one of them made policy, and
one of them lost a testicle.
So they're the same fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly the same, except totally different.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. Newt Gingrich, every time I hear him speak, it's just, when you look at him, you go, you're not even doing a good job of hiding your lies. It's amazing that when he speaks, you can feel him shoveling at the same time that he's speaking. Yet you never see the motion.
No.
He is incredibly fast.
Yes.
Because I'm not kidding you, shovelful after shovelful, and you don't even see him blink.
No. And do you think these people are so, like the Glenn Becks, the Newt Gingrich's, Rush Limbaugh's, do you think it is an act, they're acting, putting on a role, like Stephen Colbert, how he pretends to be one of them blowhards? Or do you think they're so delusional at this point in their lie or their mindset that they truly believe that? I'm under the impression that they honestly truly believe that. Maybe not Glenn Beck.
Well, like I said, if they truly believe what they're saying is truth, I really do feel sorry for them. And I'm going to say all the hatred that I did feel for them, completely gone, if they really, truly believe what they're saying.
That's where all your hatred stemmed from, was you're like, you people are smarter than this, and you're just playing this ploy to make money and to do damage.
Not just to make money. That's just a handy side effect of it.
That's just to get more power.
Yeah, the reason that they're doing it is just to spew unrest, just to spew hatred, just to
be a muckraker.
Yeah, just to muddy the waters so that nobody can actually see what's really going on. Goddamn, I wish I could remember it word for word. It had something to do with politicians are so busy trying to make partisan politics because of the fact that if we keep shining the lights on each other saying, oh, you lied because of this, you lied because of this, nobody ever has a light to shine on the politicians when they're robbing the fucking vault.
Amen.
So it's just the same thing. Every time I look on one of these blogs and you see the partisan...
Oh, exactly.
You're just looking at it going, good God, guys, you are doing exactly what they want you to do.
You fell into the first rule of war.
Yep.
Divide and conquer. And don't get it fucking twisted, America. We are at war.
Yeah.
It's like a psyop, what they're doing to us. It's basically a war for your thoughts.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever on how they've actually been able to make everybody fight with each other and not make anything accountable.
And that's the brilliant thing, because if you look at it, there is truly like 4 or 5 issues that we always fight about.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all the really, really monumental and important topics and subjects that should be debated, like foreign policy, monetary policy, the infrastructure of this country. That's never debated because both parties are in lockstep.
Yeah.
They both agree on the foreign policy, the monetary policy, how they want, defense budget, stuff like that. That's why there's never debate for that. But what then they make everybody of the peasants do, I should say, is fight over gay marriage, abortion, marijuana,
stuff that doesn't actually even concern everyday citizens,
and shit that doesn't even concern them in the long run, because the global elite don't give a fuck.
Well, this is what I always think is funny, though, is every single thing that they give us to fight about, it has absolutely nothing to do with what any kind of politics are being played.
Yeah.
I mean, when you let's just put it for example, when they started doing the whole gay marriage fight. So to the average person that really hated the fact or hated the idea of legalizing gay marriage, how many gay couples did you know?
Yeah.
Like, if tomorrow it was legal in every single state, do you think that all of a sudden both of your neighbors would be like, now I can be gay?
Exactly.
Like, it's not going to change anything in your fucking life.
So why they were gay before this, and they'll be gay after it.
I mean, it's the same thing on all these stupid little things. It's not changing your life. Yet you, as a citizen, want to get all up in arms about this because fucking Rush Limbaugh or Glenn Beck or Newt Gingrich or any of the fucks. I don't care. I just listed like the Fox News reps and shit like that. Yeah. Well, I'm saying CNN, any of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, don't forget about your Rachel Maddows.
Yeah, I mean, it's just stupid that they actually get you all worked up on something that has nothing to do with your life. And the funniest part, to me anyway, and it's not funny, ha-ha, it's funny as in, whoa, that is funny on how people are so stupid, is that nobody ever thought about it. They never once just sat down and go, okay, well, I do know that one gay guy, but he's not really a friend. I see him like every other day at work. I don't think...
and he always brings the best pastries to the potluck.
I don't think that's necessarily going to do anything to my life. It's not like gay marriage is going to be legalized tomorrow and your little 3-year-old kid is going to go, now I'm gay.
Yay!
Yeah. What? Well, I was just waiting until it came out to tell you, Dad.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to fucking happen. It's just stupid. And the fact that they get us to fight on that and that people actually take the bait and fight on it.
That's pathetic.
That's telling me that the country is starting to be more sheepish than anything, just following the next person. Because I'm not kidding you. If that's your biggest fucking problem in life is that the couple down the street are having gay sex, wow. I would love to trade places with you for at least just a month.
Oh, yeah. If that is your biggest worry in life, is sodomy.
I just... fuck. I'm happy if I can get sodomy from my wife.
Only on your birthday and anniversary. Dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Life, sir. That's God's rule.
That's like the only thing that I can see that would be beneficial about being a gay guy is at least then...
No bullshit.
Well, I'm saying that... Well, there would probably be bullshit even, but... I'm just saying, at least then you would have...
two butches.
You would have a partner that knows how much you like to get head. Problem is, you'd have to reciprocate.
Yeah. I'm all down for being gay, but God, I fucking hate giving head.
But I'm just saying, it is. That'd be the one positive I could see about it is, coming home from work and being like, oh, it's a fucking hell of a day. Oh, come here and sit on the couch. I'll blow you while you tell me about it. Oh, I love being gay. That's the one time I can see it.
I love being gay.
But yeah, the rest of the time, I just can't see it. Not for me. Not my cup of tea.
No.
Not going to happen. But that's the best thing is, like I said, I can't believe that nobody even thinks about it. Nobody sits down and takes the time to say, how is this really going to affect me?
Yeah, everybody's so reactionary.
Mm-hmm.
But I come to the conclusion, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to go out on a limb. If you are anti-gay, you're mildly gay.
I'm going to say if you're anti-gay, you're also a really, really good front runner for being an extreme racist, or not rapist, or a sexist, or just basically somebody that puts others down for no apparent reason.
But I truly believe homophobics are a little gay because that's why they're worried.
Is that people are going to find out that they want to smoke a pole.
Or if they get propositioned by a gay man, that they might take him up on the offer. Because personally, I know you have, and I know I have, had gay dudes hit on me.
I find it kind of flattering.
I love it. Personally, it's amazing. It's, just like you said, flattering.
Because then they actually sit there, especially if they know that you're not gay, and they're like, oh, I'll turn you. And you're like, oh, you can go ahead and try. Buy me a beer. Yeah, I've seen no problem in it whatsoever. I just don't understand why anybody would actually give a fuck.
Because they're scared they might all of a sudden start sucking this dude's cock in the bathroom at the club.
Well, then do it.
If it's in your heart, suck a cock.
Damn straight. Leah Reckner, if it's in not my sister.
Yeah, that's gotta be awkward having your sister and your wife with the same fucking name.
They both can't listen to this at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Your sister's like, awkward. Your wife's like, fucking asshole.
Yeah. Let's put that shit out there. Yeah, that'll happen.
It will. It will.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing with the weed smoking, though. As, like, in California and Colorado and, where is it, Oregon, now?
Washington.
Washington, okay.
Yep.
With, the legalization of it, especially in Washington, that's the big one.
Yeah.
Is the whole aspect of, like, the first day I heard that it was legal in the big park that they have at the Capitol. The big park that they have at the Capitol, they did the smoke off. Like, when the clock hit midnight, there was over 1,000 people that were in the park smoking. It's illegal.
Wasn't there like 30,000 at the Space Needle?
Yes.
As well?
Yes, they like assembled at different places throughout the town.
Shit.
And there were no arrests.
Of course.
See, that's what I like about it. I mean, it's illegal to smoke it like that, just walking down the sidewalk. Still is. But they didn't do a damn thing the first day. Because they knew for a fact that all these people were just like, I can finally do this.
Yeah.
Leave me alone for one day.
And the cops were just like, this is ridiculous. We got like how many thousands of people out here. All they're going to do is smoke weed, go to White Castle, go home. Yep. We're stimulating the local fast food industry economy here, boys.
Anything that's open 24 hours is going to get some business tonight.
Exactly. And that's legit. Because I remember even reading articles when that came out where the cop, the police chief of Seattle even said, yeah, it's illegal. You can't do it in public. In that sense, it is illegal. But if on one corner a guy's drinking a beer and on the other corner a guy's smoking a joint, I'm going to go talk to the guy drinking a beer and arrest him for public drunkenness as opposed to the pot smoker. And I'm like, fucking man, brother. That would take us out of our economic woes if we just legalized all drugs, taxed them. But the sad thing is all studies point to as soon as a society legalizes all drugs, drug use drops by at least 30%.
Exactly. Not only that, but if you want to look at how the Netherlands did it, they actually have public housing for people that are
Addicts.
heroin addicts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Literally what you do...
Can I be a weed addict and just live there rent-free?
Yeah, I don't think they have it for weed, but they have it for, the bigger drugs. And I actually saw a documentary on, I think it was HBO, but it was about marijuana. Mm-hmm. And the reason that the guy went to the Netherlands is because he talked to a warden in Texas who was talking about how he went on his honeymoon with his wife to the Netherlands, and there was crackheads lying in the street, and it was so disgusting because of this. So the guy that was doing the documentary was just like, I never even thought of that. And I do know that it is, semi-legal, not semi-legal. It is legal over there. In fact, they actually provide it to their citizens if they need.
What, needles and do they actually
actual heroin
drug too, so they don't go through withdrawals or steal for it?
And it looks a lot different than it does here because it's a clear liquid because they don't cut it with a bunch of shit.
Oh, see, that's what keeps you alive.
But anyway, we're getting off topic. But yeah, he went over there, and there was literally a guy sitting on a park bench smoking crack. And he walked up to him, and he asked him, so how's it going? And he's like, hey, he started talking right to him. He was friendly. He was happy. He was like, I'm sitting on a bench smoking crack.
Life is good.
Yeah. And I was looking at it going, see, that's the difference. If you don't, fucking criminalize them for it, if you don't make them look like they're the worst act of humankind.
Or if you just take care of them like they are people, which they fucking are.
Exactly. He was happy, and he was even telling him, no, later on tonight I'm going back to my house, and it's a public house. I don't have anything because I spent all my money on this. And the funny part about it was then he starts talking to the mayor. And the mayor is even talking about it going, yeah, we actually used to spend more money on this kind of stuff than we do actually putting up the public housing and letting them stay there.
Well, incarcerating them.
Not just incarcerating them. But you got to be looking at it if you got guys that are outside all the time that aren't having any kind of a place.
Oh, the medical bills.
The medical bills that they're going to have, vandalisms that they're going to cause, the public urination, the shitting, the vomiting. All that kind of stuff. Not only that, but if you get them around the public more, especially when they're all fucked up, they have more of a thought of stealing or, doing something stupid.
And especially if they need more drugs and if the government's not giving them the drugs.
So he was even saying it, that just the sheer money that they were spending on cops to patrol the areas, they saved that by putting up the housing. So you actually treat them with dignity and treat them like they're a human being, like you said. Give them a place to stay.
Yeah. And
they actually end up costing you less money. There's the problem. Found your problem right there. Found it.
Yep.
Can't do that here because they're not making money on it.
That is true, and that's the problem with this country is we have such a privatized
prison system.
Exactly. Right there.
The average throughout the United States, and I can't say that this is up to date. I know it was in 2010. Was spending an average of $3.26 for inmates' food per day.
Wow. And there's a lot of kids that don't even get that much.
You want to hear the funny part about it is right now, if you're on some forms of welfare throughout the country, $3 per day is what you get.
So it pays better to be incarcerated.
Yeah. We're spending more money for the food for our prisoners than we are for the people that are actually out on the streets. Does that tell you something about where the money is going?
Exactly. I mean, that's even...
And the $3, I just want to put this out there. The $3 is actually now. The $3.26 was in 2010.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's probably gone up.
At least we'll go $3.50.
Yeah.
About $3.50.
But you're getting $3 per person on the street.
Damn. But that's the ultimate goal, essentially, is they're gonna, ship all the jobs overseas, so you have to become a criminal, and then now they're even implementing all these jobs into prison systems, like call centers and all this other stuff, these other careers.
Because they've got to be cost effective.
Exactly. So what they're gonna do is ship your job overseas. You're going to have to steal to pay your mortgage. They're going to catch you, or just catch you with all these crazy, broad-strooping laws that they're fucking making up. Like, what is it? Florida just passed a law if you get caught with 2 pipes felony. You can't even have tobacco smoking pipes. It
Yep.
doesn't even say weed or anything. It's just pipe. And it's a felony. So basically they're making all these laws that are going to be broad sweeping, so everybody's pretty much guilty. We're all terrorists in America these days. And so they're going to send you to prison, and guess what? Now you can do your job for 25 cents an hour and be a true slave.
Atlas will shrug.
Who is John Galt? But you know what? I have to admit, when I was younger, I fucking said Ayn Rand, nut job, full of shit, insane. But if you look back at Atlas Shrugged, it is looking a lot like that. You know, crony capitalism, where the government is basically picking and choosing which corporations float, which corporations fail. It's getting a lot like that. I'm going to have to say, she was an insider, so she knew, you know, what the global elite wanted to do, and all she did was tell you, and basically all the steps they've laid in place are coming to fruition. So she's not, like, really that much of a genius.
Well,
when you're given the plan.
I still think she's a little crazy.
But she was pretty damn on point, kind of the way shit's rolling. I mean, so you could say the same thing about Aldous Huxley, but, of course, he was an insider, you know, George Orwell.
Yeah.
They all knew what was going on. They're just basically telling you what's happened. And it's just hilarious to me that people are like, oh, it's in the movies, so you're full of shit. Or it's in a book. It's like, don't you understand? Art uses lies to tell you the truth.
Yep.
And politicians...
And art doesn't mimic life.
What? Life mimics art?
Yes.
You truly believe that?
Yeah.
You think life is just a complete reflection of Madison Avenue? Because what that is art, essentially. The art of...
The basis of what I'm thinking is, it's like the mortal question of the chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
But the difference between the two being, the first person did something, and everybody was like, oh, that kind of looks cool. Okay. And somebody had the idea, what if you do this? But it always comes from something. There's got to be that inspiration. You don't just get it on your own. Yeah. There has to be an art.
Everything's a mimic of a mimic.
Exactly.
And a little twist.
And I'm not going to say that it had to be original art. I mean, the world is beautiful enough where it'll inspire.
Oh, yeah.
So the first time that somebody put fucking hand to stone and covered it with some soot.
Oh.
And made some kind of a picture.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was it.
Have you seen those wicked cave paintings, like in France, from way back?
Well, that's
pretty sweet.
That's why I think that it literally is that way. Because though somebody, you saw something, you heard something, you can't just do it on your own. You have to be inspired.
That is true.
I think literally that art shapes what life is going to be.
That is very true. I would have to agree, because everything that people use to express what can't be said is via art. And look at, even today, let's bring it just to the modern standpoint of the greeting card.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing is you're basically buying a piece of art to express what you think about another person. It's, Jim Gaffigan did a hilarious bit on it where he kind of made fun of it, saying, here's a card I picked up that some other guy wrote what I'm feeling, and I'm just going to sign my name on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But that's essentially what it is we've come so inept as a society to create what we want that we basically steal other people's ideas to basically influence what we want to get across. So in that essence, I would have to agree with you, because it's the creators of the art that are basically being ripped off by everybody else, being tweaked a little bit to kind of say, oh, I didn't steal it completely. Like Vanilla Ice, mine went dun 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 dun. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to agree with you.
That's why you can honestly say there's nothing truly original anymore.
Yeah, just look at the movies that are coming out. Fuck.
I don't want to.
The movies that are coming
out? No, I don't like movies anymore. They're not what they used to be. Like, every year there's one movie that I like. And then there's like 2 or 3 of them that are so-so.
Yeah,
but when you talk about, 5 new movies coming out every week.
Big blockbusters? You see like the Avengers and those types of fucking things? No, me neither.
Not until they basically on TV.
Well, Avengers on Netflix now, I saw.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch like the Thors or the Iron Man?
I watched the Thor one because
Captain America.
Yeah, because Leah wanted to see that.
Because she wanted to see that blonde, beefy guy, right?
I don't know.
You're like, I don't fucking care. She wanted to see a stupid fucking movie, and I wanted to get some blowy, so I said, all right, pop it in.
She wants to watch that and think about him tonight. That's all right. I get laid.
Yeah, if she gives him a little snail trail.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. I'm not a big fan of most movies. Most movies are just reproduced ideas. You throw a different actor in there and a little bit different plot. Like, well, instead of being in the 1950s, guess what? We're in 2020 now. Ooh, the fluorescent lighting really threw me off.
Yeah, and most movies are like, oh, what shitty TV show from the 70s, 80s can we make into a movie? Now it's almost becoming 90s.
Although you do have to think that it's kind of funny that, like, back in the 80s and 90s, anytime that any fucking director wanted to be like, this is futuristic, all they did was threw some neon lights into shit.
That is true. And they almost made it look less habitable.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to throw garbage and throw this weird steel on your car. Future. That's future.
Yep.
It wasn't until, probably, what would you say, Phantom Menace, when they started coming out with, like, the really super streamlined technology. Like, let's make believe this is futuristic. And it became pretty, not clunky like it used to be. It actually started to look futuristic. And that's a weird thing with those trilogies. If somebody that's completely divorced from when they were actually produced, and they just like, I'm going to come upon this 6-set movie. Yeah. I'm going to start episode 1. And you're like, oh, this is legit. And then all of a sudden, episode 4, you're like, holy fuck.
And this was supposed to be before?
Yeah. Technology, what happened? Did they have like a huge cataclysm in civilization?
There's some budget cuts, man.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
At first you make them all pretty and everything, and after they get blown up, you're just like, all right, I ain't got time to fucking do that shit anymore. Just put it together and bolt it. Let's just get this fucker out of here.
Throw a fucking R2-D2. Let's get it rolling.
Yep.
Keep it out the line. Keep it out the line.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Movies don't really excite me too much anymore.
What excites you, sir?
I'm not very excitable, I guess. I never really put it that way, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's just pretty much hockey, right? It's the only thing you get intense about.
Likes me some hockey. I likes fish.
Likes going fishing?
Well, fishing and...
Oh, eating it?
And, well, that too.
I got
and keeping fish.
8 giant walleye fillets in my freezer right now.
Nicely done.
We're gonna have to cook those sons of bitches up sometime. Have a little fish fry.
I like my tanks.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet that you got the pumpkin seed sunfish and the largemouth bass in a fish tank.
Well, that's cool.
You should get an eel pout.
No.
Why not?
Because you've
always wanted an eel.
Because it would probably eat the sunnies.
Actually, definitely would.
Yes. No, I've got that tank good now. That's done.
That's your predator tank?
Yep. I like watching them eat the minnows.
You're so creepy. Especially the way you said that too. I like watching them eat the minnows. Gets me happy in the pants.
Yeah. And then I go, hey, Leah, get ready!
I'm going to destroy that shit.
Yep.
Sorry, I wanted to go a whole way with... Oh, it smells the same, too. But I have more respect for you and your wife than to say that.
Well, thank you for being so kind.
Yep.
Oh.
So you've been following that Patriots tight end that got arrested for murder?
Hernandez?
Yeah.
Not really too much. I just know that it could be very, very spendy for him, not only in time in prison, but...
His $40 million contract
Yeah.
that he basically fucking threw out the window.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I was just reading a little bit about it before you got here, and they're talking, like, basically, if the police are right, in the timeline, in all the accusations, kind of how they say it played out, the reason he killed this dude was because he was talking to people at a nightclub that Hernandez had a previous disagreement with. And so they leave the club. The dude that got murdered was pretty worried about what was happening, so he actually texted his sister and said, "Did you see who I left with?" And then he replied with a separate text, and it just said NFL. And so he must have known something bad was going to happen. And then what they say, the timeline was they...
Listen, you and your conspiracies. Oh, he texted all his coworkers, the FBI are good.
It's true, though. When
I know.
Facts are facts.
I know.
But when you say outlandish shit like I do, you got to remain true to the facts, or nobody's going to believe you ever. So then they're like, what, around like 3:23 to 3:27 in the morning sometime, they actually, like, him and two other people brought this guy to like an industrial area like a mile away from Hernandez's house, shot the dude 5 times in the head, execution style. And they actually, one of the dudes spit out a piece of gum. They're like the stupidest pieces of shit in the world. And, you know, granted, this is allegedly...
Well, you'd figure it'd be pretty easy to find the dude that was chewing the gum.
Yeah, no shit. But they were so sloppy, it was 10 days it took them to piece it all together and be like, yeah, you killed that guy. And that's allegedly. Because he is still innocent until proven guilty. But all I'm going to say is, if he is proven guilty, pathetic. If you murder your supposed friend because he talked to somebody else in like this fantasized gangland movie bullshit. And it's not like this Hernandez is some, you know, ghetto kid from Compton.
Yeah.
He grew up in fucking Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was well-to-do. He's just playing gangsta. And that's what shit happens when you play gangsta.
I don't know. It's just stupid. I actually do think it's kind of funny that one way or another that whether it's from the movies, whether it's from music, whether it's from what you get it from, I don't care. But the whole fact that people do fantasize about the gangster life and mentality and all that. If you can't figure it out by just sheer facts and maybe they don't watch the whole movie or anything, but...
Never ends well.
Yeah, it's... You realize that that's why they have the song title as well as the movie Get Rich or Die Trying.
Because most likely you die trying.
Well, there's 2 different outcomes.
Or go to prison.
Yeah, 2 outcomes. You die in prison, or you die on the street. There's very few times when you can actually say that a gangster retired. I mean, it's just not one of those things. I mean, you know, what happened to, you know, P. Love? Oh, you didn't hear? Yeah, he got himself a little place, moved out to the city, he's out there fishing in his pond every day.
He's collecting his gang pension.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got his little bungalow on the keys.
We had a whole retirement party for him last week. Starting his 401k tomorrow. Like, it doesn't happen at all. I think it's funny that people actually want to do that. That'd be the last thing I'd ever want to be. Like, I'd want to be, like, the soldier before I'd want to do that, because then at least you got people backing you with the best shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, it just doesn't seem like it'd be a fun thing to do anymore. Not with all the shit that they got to catch you.
Exactly.
Well, especially after the RICO Act came, because then they're not even going to need to catch you. They're just going to make a law up to catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you mean we can't catch him? I'll be back in a week. Go talk to a judge, and then you come back and you're like, yeah, we're getting this passed through, don't worry.
Yeah, but that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Laws are so arbitrary.
Yeah, and then you just look at, you know, the guy and be like, well, how are you arresting me? You didn't last week. Ha-ha! But we passed the bill on Monday. Tuesday, I got the warrant.
Exactly.
I was kind of lazy on Tuesday, though, so I'm down here tomorrow.
Well, it's just like they repealed that Voters' Right Act or whatever that was non-discriminating, where you can't discriminate.
Yeah.
And what was it? 2 hours later, Texas passes all these like the most strict voter ID laws.
Yep.
All this stuff. It's like, really? We didn't need it anymore. Obviously, we fucking did, dumbass. Because the ink hadn't even dried on the bullshit statements you idiot justices make. You know, here's my actual. If I'm going to sign it, say, here, this is my rationale to the court. And they're already making laws to disenfranchise people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to vote in America anymore.
Well, why? Then there's an actual record.
That is true. It's got to be digital, so they can just erase it.
Yeah. Well, and if more people get felonies, then they can't vote anyway, and then they can't bitch. That'll be kind of funny, like, 100 years from now when people are going to vote. There's only like 13 people in the country that can vote.
And it's all like the global elite.
Nope.
The ones that aren't convicted of any crime ever.
And President Johnson wins 6-5.
6-5.
I demand a recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you got.
Exactly.
Wait. Absentee ballot?
Yeah.
Nope. Now it's 7-5. You're really fucked.
That'd make for very quick election night coverage.
Oh, dude, but they'd still fucking pay $13 million for a recount.
I wonder if
tell you.
I wonder if CNN would still have a holographic, Anderson Cooper come up with like, well, see, he needs 72 more electoral votes before he can take the win.
I wish they actually taught you in school that 100% of the American populace could actually vote for one person. That doesn't make them president.
100, yeah, exactly.
You could have every single vote go to one candidate, and that does not mean they're going to win.
Yep. Well, I mean, it kind of does, just on the assumption that if they went completely against what they, people wanted, there might be an uprising. But the way it's looking, probably not.
No.
It's why the sad thing to say is, I remember when Obama got elected, I was at the White Horse with a bunch of coworkers that we worked on.
I was there.
Yeah, you were. You came later than that. That was true. We worked on the Obama campaign, so all these people drank the fucking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
And I did too, to some extent, but not fully, because when he was giving his inaugural speech, I just go, hey, look, the next dictator of the United States. And oh my God, did I get shouted down by everybody at my table. Like, what the hell? And look, who was right?
Yeah, everybody that I did or that I saw going, wow, hope it change. I was going, are you kidding me? What do you think's going to fucking change? You hope it's going to change.
Yeah, that's exactly what his campaign was. Hope and change, right?
But that's all it is. You hope it's going to change. That's all he was telling you is, you can go ahead and hope that it's going to change.
It ain't fucking changing. It's getting worse.
Well, what do you think? It doesn't matter. Democrat, Republican, they all gonna fuck you in the long run. I mean, look at the actual bill that started the whole thing of having offshore workers and all that kind of shit. Who was signed into that? Yeah, that wasn't W. So all these people bitching about that, they can go ahead and bitch about it, but it's not true. That was Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
He signed it in, and then W just opened the door wider.
Yeah, that is true. And even with, Bush, looking at Obama, Bush was kind of tame. Obama's a little more out there. He's bombing Pakistanis left and right, innocent people with those drones. He's, got all he's expanded even the secret prisons, expanded NSA. I don't know. We're debating a moot point, essentially, because I know, President of the United States is basically the teleprompter reader for the people that are truly
He's the Queen of England.
Yeah, a figurehead.
All she does is knight people.
Exactly. They're just...
You are now, sir, But other than
They're
that,
not the
she's
true
got
power.
nothing. She sits in a fucking limo, waves in parades, and knights people.
Exactly.
And lives a lavish lifestyle.
Yep. Because it's the Federal Reserve and the multinational corporations that truly run this company.
But the President of the United States is our Queen of England, though. I mean, if you look at this, what is it? The projected cost for his trip to Africa is going to be between $70 to $100 million.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So, if you look into that, I'm going to say, yeah, the President of the United States is actually a pretty important guy to have and all, but not $100 million important. I'm just going to put it out there because I'm going to say, in a country of over 300 million people,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure we can find another guy for the job if he takes a bullet. Just saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's $100 million per week important. I don't think anybody is.
Nobody.
But the problem is, people are getting pissed off at him for that. He doesn't have anything to do with that. The Secret Service are the ones that make sure that he's safe. Yeah. So they're the ones that are pulling out all the stops for all the money that they're spending.
Why can't he stay at hostels like college
Because
kids?
he doesn't do any of that. The Secret Service are the ones that actually...
secure that hostel, Secret Service, then?
No. Listen here, though. When he gets a hotel room like that, the Secret Service actually makes a deal with the hotel and brings in bulletproof glass and all that kind of stuff to the place. I mean... Then they go and they take positions on rooftops and shit like that on other buildings. I mean, there's a big to-do about this kind of stuff. And I look at it and I'd be like, you know what? If it's that fucking hostile, he shouldn't go.
Yeah, if he's that worried for his safety, he needs to worry, he needs to reevaluate how he's handling life.
I've got just as much fucking chance of getting shot going down South St. Paul than he does going to Africa. You know what I mean? People in Africa love him more than people here.
According to Trump, he's from Africa.
Yeah, well, according to just Bill Maher, thank you. According to Bill Maher, Trump is an orangutan child.
Ah, that is very true.
Oh, shit. Now he's going to give me a lawsuit.
Did you hear Trump's latest, criminal act?
Uh-uh.
He actually came out on Fox and Friends, was it yesterday, I believe, and said that Snowden should be assassinated.
Wow.
How isn't he being investigated?
I don't know.
He just threatened murder on somebody. I'm sorry, but Snowden, patriot. Trump, bullshit. And I think that whole thing with him coming out with Obama-Kenya connection, I think that was 100% kind of a ruse to get people off the topic because the birth certificate was faked. I was kidding.
I just think it's funny that he keeps asking Obama to bring out this and bring out that and bring out this. Oh, why don't you bring it out? Why don't you show your college transcript?
Why don't you show your fucking toupee, cocksucker?
No doubt.
Show your bald fucking head.
Oh, dude, that's what Obama should fire back with it, like the correspondence dinner or something.
He gave him a slight. I know at the one a couple years ago, but...
Yeah. All right, I'll give you my official birth certificate if you take your rug off.
No shit. That'd be an awesome rebuttal. That'd be super good.
Yeah, I have no respect for that man. Yes, he might be a decent businessman, but then again, he has lost billions of dollars too. But yeah, I just
he's basically that's what I love is like, oh, he is a real estate mogul, but yet
he's been bankrupt,
and really all he is now is a reality TV star.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they gave him his hotel, or not his hotels, but his casinos in Illinois. After he went, what does that say? He's a millionaire now again.
No way.
Oh, I think so.
I don't think so. I think he's just a big fucking talker. He's a guy that's scared to go away.
Scared to go away. He just doesn't want to become irrelevant.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because I didn't ever think he was relevant. So
no, even when he supposedly was, like in his height of his Celebrity Apprentice, or even just The Apprentice, when it was a legit show. Apparently, now they're just copping to celebrities. Did you ever watch that stuff?
No,
me neither. Do you watch reality TV at all?
No.
What kind of TV do you watch? What's your favorite show? Tanked? You Aquarius son of a bitch now? Is that what it is, an Aquarius?
I don't know. I think my favorite shows would have to be on HBO. Like I like
Game of Thrones.
I like
Titties and Dragons.
Damn straight. Yeah. I like Game of Thrones and Boardwalk Empires and True Blood and all that kind of stuff. They've got like 4 different shows that go with the seasons, so
yeah.
I usually watch those on Sundays. That's about that, though.
You groove on the Homeland, I bet.
Homeland's a show. It's a weird show.
I love Homeland. That's a great show, Homeland.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. That's probably my least favorite of any of the series, but I don't know. The one I was really big on was Spartacus, but I missed the last 2 seasons of that. After the original, it sucks that the original guy ended up dying.
Oh, that is kind of shitty. But he is Spartacus. He should die.
Well,
they finally succeeded.
After like 8 seasons, yeah. But what are you gonna do?
Wouldn't that be awesome if they had a show that they did start with like kind of like a Gladiator style, where it was you follow this dude through all of his fights, trials, tribulations, and then it just really fades off into like the 10th season where he just dies of old age.
Like he's out fishing one day and all of a sudden, oh, Tiggery, we're good, and just falls out of the boat.
You know what I mean? Just like all this anticlimactic ending, just like life itself.
I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool to have a series like that with some kind of a Spartacus type dude, maybe just Gladiator, but having the last scene where a sword just comes right in and you die. So you see it through his eyes, where that's the last scene of the series.
Roll credits.
Yep.
Where he's in a fight and then all of a sudden just whoop.
Yep. Sword comes right to his face and roll him. Just silent.
Yeah, no music, no nothing.
Nope.
That would be a pretty harsh ending to a movie.
Huh?
Oh, that would be good. Let's write that movie.
So copyrighted. Everybody's listening to this. That's my idea, bitches.
Well, how would we start it out? How would he become the slave child? Was he born into bondage, or did his village get pillaged?
Yep, I like that one better because there's more tragedy there. It's more relatable.
Exactly. So, of course, you got to give him like the Conan upbringing, where he's a young child. His dad goes off hunting.
Oh, he's sold to a farm and he's a slave.
But how did he become a slave? Did his parent, was it like a depression era?
He was pillaged.
So, but how does the marauders just come in?
Well, it's got to be the cliche kills his mom and dad.
And rapes his mom.
Well, it's fucking right. You got to rape.
They got to show that graphic detail.
Well,
that's how we're gonna get the.
There's 3 different angles.
I mean, come on. It's well, that would be classy.
It'll be exactly like it'll be the silhouette and shit, but. That's that way the people can relate to her and her pain,
feel it, deep down inside them. But so gets raped, pillaged. He gets sold into bondage, and then
still sounded like a porn with you talking like
that. All right, maybe it will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're going a different direction with this apparently.
He gets sold into slavery, and so. What then? Like the slave owner befriends him, or no? He has a tough upbringing.
Yeah, he gets like sold to a farm, and he's just a slave labor there till he gets a little uppity.
Ooh!
When he starts getting uppity, then the farm guy sells him to.
So he like goes and, you know what? Fuck you and your goddamn chores, dude.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm fucking ripped like Russell Crowe.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't take no guff from you white-haired...
I've been out here in the field while you're on that fucking porch drinking lemonade.
Exactly. So then the slave owner feels all disrespected.
And he sells him to a Lotus.
Yeah, he's been eyeing up his daughter. He doesn't like...
He had sex with her a couple of times. Gotta show that.
Exactly. And
that will not be classy.
No, that's going to be raw dogging.
I'm talking about in the butt, and then she sucks him again.
Ah, ass to mouth, unacceptable. But moving on. So he is then sold to the slave owner, like the trainer, the head slave trainer of the gladiators, or
a Lotus.
Huh?
That's the place where gladiators used to train.
But do we want to make it strictly gladiator, or do we want to make it like an underground offshoot, like kind of, you know, those early Jean-Claude Van Damme Lionheart movies? But we're gonna have
that should happen back in.
He's got to go through the underground before he gets to the Colosseum.
That should happen to Rome.
So what we'll do is we'll follow our hero, and he will go through all the little underground, you know, little bullshit fights where you got like 10, 12 people batting on you and shit. And
you know, other than being
bitches.
A slave, if you were actually a good gladiator, you lived a pretty decent life.
Well, you'd be fucking whores left and right.
Oh, yeah. They actually supplied you with them.
Because I suppose it'd be like sponsorships like they do nowadays.
To keep you happy.
Exactly. So it'd be like, oh, he's my favorite. Give him a whore.
Yeah, they actually gave him like good food, and he got wine and all. Other than being a slave and having to stay in the, you know, confines that they give you. But then again, a lot of them did the shit too, like for the people that they worked for. In the Lotus, you'd always have one master, you know, like the big family that owned it. And some of them would actually become bodyguards. So if you were
for the family?
Yeah. Like if you were a trusted gladiator and they didn't want you to die, or, you know, you've already given your time to the ring,
yeah,
they would actually have you be the trainer. So you would be the teacher of all the other gladiators that they had under their roof. And you had, you know, a little better life. Actually got some coin for yourself and...
Little puna.
Yeah, well, and then you'd get to go outside the walls, too, because you would be the bodyguard to the dude that...
So you basically follow him wherever he goes.
And nobody wants to fuck with him because he's got a champion gladiator at his arm, you know?
That is true.
So everybody's just like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with him. He feels safe because nobody wants to fuck with him. And you actually get to go outside. That's the weird part, isn't it? You're protecting a guy that owns you.
Yeah.
At that point, you could really understand the dog relationship. But from the wrong side.
Yeah, that is very true.
Because I just don't understand how you wouldn't just want to attack the shit out of him. Like,
yeah, but there'd be no place to go. I mean, you could do it and you might kill him, but there's going to be repercussions. It's just...
everybody would know about it
the
because
whole society is against it.
They actually gave you a brand.
Like, you belong to the house of...
Yes, they would brand you.
That's crazy.
Like cattle. Where you would have a visible brand.
No wonder they were writing about the mark of the beast way back then. Because they actually did that shit. Now it's just going to be digital.
Yeah.
Fuck. History always repeats itself. Well, it might not repeat itself, but it sure as hell rhymes.
I'll take it.
You know?
Doesn't make any sense, that's for damn sure.
I know, I agree with you.
Because not very many people actually remember anything.
No. And that's why it always repeats itself. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
Well, you just got to look at the whole thing with Spartacus, where one guy was just like, you know what, fuck this. And just because he was a popular guy, I mean, even the slaves knew who he was. So when he said fuck it, everybody else is just like, yeah, I like that guy, let's fuck it.
Let's fuck it.
Makes sense.
It does.
I can see it happening a couple years from now. We won't even be talking about it, we'll be living it.
Living it, the dystopian future.
Damn straight. I want my Roman short sword.
And you know, that's the only way we're going to prevent it, sir.
What, is by having a short sword?
Yep.
Nice.
by bearing arms.
Go buy a tank.
Absolutely. And with that, we leave you with another edition. I'm Jake Jelinski.
Sam Regnick.
Come the revolution!